academics are saying you and NBA YoungBoy beef is done. Is that true?
Who beef?
Oh, so there's no beef.
Beef who?
NBA YoungBoy?
Tell them what.
He feels you're poking the bear. That's his problem. What's y'all? Are you calling around to the industry saying, if y'all YoungBoy, we're done? That's the whole situation. Yeah. I mean, it's not like no street fight or where it'd be like, y'all squash.
The drama between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy has reached a whole new level. And this time, it's more than just their music. Allegedly, their ongoing beef is causing major chaos behind prison walls. Word on the street is that 10 inmates were targeted. After being forced to pick sides in a wild power struggle, insiders claim that both Durk and YoungBoy are pulling strings from inside, making this no ordinary prison rivalry. Let's start with Durk. Although he's locked up, rumors suggest he's running things just like he does on the outside. Allegedly, he has the entire prison on lockdown, giving orders, forming alliances, and controlling what happens within. Sources say inmates are either with him or against him, and those on the opposing side are facing serious trouble. Some reports even claim Durk's influence is so strong that the entire prison operates under his command, creating a dangerous environment. But that's not all. On the other side, we have NBA YoungBoy, who's also serving time. If you weren't aware, he was locked up due to his involvement in fake prescription drug trafficking, which has already caused its own set of problems. However, things get even more intense. Sources say his camp is holding its ground inside the prison, directly challenging Durk's dominance. With both rappers allegedly pulling strings from opposite sides, the situation is escalating into a full-blown war for control, not just about who has the best crew, but who holds the real power.
Like, how has that impacted you as a man, as a father, and someone very impactful in the industry?
I can't show fake love. I don't know him, but God bless his family, I guess.
Thank you.
Rumors suggest that inmates are directly following orders from the rappers, picking sides, and trying to align themselves with either Durk's or YoungBoy's crew. The tension is so thick, you can almost feel it. To understand how we got here, we need to take a deeper dive into the Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy feud, because this isn't just about what's happening in prison. It's the result of years of beef that led to this boiling point. The early days, a bond that didn't last, believe. It or not, Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy weren't always at odds. In fact, they were once on good terms. Back in 2017, both rappers were part of their own respective crews but shared mutual respect. They even made music together and, at one point, seemed like they could be working on something big. In 2018, Durk even praised YoungBoy's hustle and talent on a podcast. The two also went live on Instagram together, talking like brothers.
So let's back up, because I know you and Durk was cool. Obviously, he was on your album, and y'all was cool, and you was cool with Von.
That's not all. Back in 2018, Durk was all about showing love to YoungBoy. But as we all know, the rap game changes fast, and things took a turn. Enter King Von, the catalyst for their beef. Fast forward to 2019, and the dynamic began to shift. When King Von, a key member of Durk's OTF crew and one of his closest friends, stepped into the picture. Known for his no-nonsense persona, Von wasn't the type to let things slide, especially when it came to talk that didn't sit right with him.
I had a relationship with the big bro. Not want to say his name. Not, you feel me? You know what I'm talking about. Cool. That was on my album.
In March 2019, King Von took to Instagram and threw some serious shots at NBA YoungBoy, calling him out and claiming that YoungBoy wasn't as gangster as he portrayed in his music. It was the first public diss, and a heavy one at that. But here's the kicker. Just a month later, Von backpedaled. During an Instagram live session, he called YoungBoy his bro and said it was all just jokes. At this point, we were seeing some back and forth, but the real turning point? The women, love triangle drama, and the shots fired. It's never just about the music, is it? The feud escalated when YoungBoy announced he was working with Von's ex, Asian Doll. When he dropped a snippet of their track together, Von wasn't having it. That's when the gloves truly came off, and both sides went full throttle. But the real nail in the coffin came when YoungBoy released Trolls. He didn't drop any names, but fans knew exactly who he was talking about. This track changed everything, turning the tension into an all-out war.
I done had the most handsomest boyfriend. Vaughn looked better than every rapper. I had that. Look what I dealt with. Come on now. Use your head. I'm not going back down the road.
In Trolls, YoungBoy rapped, "Tell that boy when I see him. Tell him I said don't come fish around this lake, and that's real. 7 in my hometown. Tell them 'cause I did that." Fans immediately speculated that the song was aimed at Vaughn, even though it was never officially confirmed. But at this point, everyone was reading between the lines, and social media went wild. The crews get involved. After the track dropped, things got heated on social media. Vaughn and YoungBoy started exchanging shots, and soon their crews jumped in. One of YoungBoy's closest affiliates, Quando Rondo, began sending shots at Vaughn and his homie Lil Reese. The back and forth escalated from words to outright threats, and the tension was palpable. Then Quando Rondo's associate, Lul Tim, took things a step further, tweeting, "Chicago's finest, Chirac better chill on my Quando." This was a direct shot at Vaughn and his OTF crew, and the beef was escalating fast. Just when it seemed things couldn't get worse, someone tweeted at Lil Reese, "All you need is a YoungBoy feature for this to blow." Spin that check. Everyone knew what that meant. Things were about to take a very personal turn. The fatal night. King Von's tragic end. In November 2020, the feud took a devastating turn. King Von was tragically shot outside an Atlanta nightclub. But here's where it gets even more intense. Von was at an after-party promoting his album when he ran into Quando Rondo. Allegedly, tensions exploded as the two crews clashed, leading to the fatal confrontation that would change everything.
I don't want nobody to think I'm chasing clout, bringing their name up and stuff, but at the end of the day, man, I'm like, it ain't about no clout. Like, I got, man, like when people be saying, like, people chasing clout and stuff.
Remember, this all stemmed from the beef with NBA YoungBoy. At this point, it wasn't just about rap lyrics or Instagram posts, it was real, and it cost Von his life. The fallout, Durk's war with NBA YoungBoy naturally, Lil Durk was devastated. Losing Von wasn't just a blow to his crew. It was personal. His close friend, his brother, was gone, and he wasn't about to let that slide. Instead of letting the situation cool off, Durk came out swinging, taking direct shots at YoungBoy through his music and interviews. The beef escalated, and the diss tracks kept coming. It was clear this wasn't just about music anymore. This was war, and it was getting nastier by the day.
YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
He talking crazy.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On his ass now.
That.
Cap. You got cap in your rap.
The unexpected twist. The battle continues behind bars. While all this was unfolding in the streets, the feud between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy took an unexpected turn. Both rappers ended up locked up, continuing their rivalry from behind bars. 50 Cent weighs in on the Durk and YoungBoy beef. You know 50 Cent never misses a chance to speak his mind, and this situation was no exception. Recently, he appeared on $1 million worth of Game with Gilly and Wallow, where he shared his thoughts on the Durk and YoungBoy feud, and he didn't hold back. So, what's his take? According to 50, Durk is actually in a better position to win this battle, and it all comes down to timing. With YoungBoy locked up, he's facing major setbacks. He can't collaborate with other artists, can't drop new projects like he used to, and that's a big problem for his career. Meanwhile, Durk is out here making moves, connecting with artists, releasing new music and expanding his empire. He has his feet firmly planted in the game, while YoungBoy is stuck in a cell, forced to watch it all happen from the sidelines.
When you see like NBA YoungBoy, Lil Durk, and they got extreme going on, right? But when it happens, NBA YoungBoy will be away. So Durk has an extreme advantage.
But that's not all. 50 Cent also pointed out something crucial. When artists are locked up for a long time, their presence in the public eye tends to fade. Sure, people will still remember YoungBoy's hits, but without a constant presence in the industry, he risks losing touch with his fan base. On the other hand, Durk has been steadily climbing, gaining more traction, and making major moves. While YoungBoy is stuck behind bars, Durk is out in the world, strengthening his position and expanding his reach.
We ain't on gang time. Like, that's not what we want. But you still gotta be conscious of streets. Because street, you can just be oblivious to it in the streets. I'll catch up with you and eat you like breakfast, man. Like, it is what it is.
Now, I don't know about you, but that's a bold prediction. Is 50 right? Will YoungBoy fade while Durk keeps rising? Only time will tell. But for now, the streets seem to be betting on Durk to take the crown. The weight of loss, a central theme in their music behind all the beef, jail time, and diss tracks. Both Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy have been carrying a heavy burden. Since stepping into the spotlight, both artists have faced immense loss, something they've never truly been able to escape. For Durk, it's been a never-ending cycle of heartbreak. He's lost his manager, OTF Chino, his cousin, OTF Nunu, his right-hand man, King Von, and most recently his brother, D-Thang. That's an overwhelming amount of loss for anyone to endure. Each tragedy has weighed on him, and you can hear that grief in his music. He's been open about how these losses have shaped him, fueling both his pain and his desire for revenge. On the flip side, NBA YoungBoy hasn't been immune to tragedy either. He's also lost several members of his Never Broke Again crew, not to mention the pain of having loved ones incarcerated. The reality of losing people close to you, especially in the world they live in, takes a heavy toll. While fans may see this as just gang drama or rap beef, the truth is much darker. These are ongoing cycles of grief. They lose loved ones, and the only way they know how to cope is by channeling that pain into retaliation. It's a vicious cycle where the pain never truly fades. The dark side of fame, a struggle beyond the spotlight. Despite their massive success and loyal fan bases, it's clear that fame hasn't brought happiness to either of these men. In fact, if you pay close attention, you'll notice that Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy rarely seem genuinely happy, despite all the money, fame, and influence they've gained.